Welcome back to the channel, Top Coin, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your pocket change. Today, we're unlocking the fascinating story of the 1967 United States quarter dollar, a coin that, believe it or not, might be worth way more than 25 cents. That's right, this humble coin could be worth a small fortune. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why, how to identify valuable varieties, and what kind of cash collectors are paying for it right now. So grab a magnifying glass, and let's get into the rich history and current market of the 1967 quarter that could turn your spare change into serious money. The 1967 quarter features the iconic image of George Washington on the obverse side, designed by the legendary John Flanagan. It's a simple yet powerful design that has stood the test of time since its debut in 1932. Washington's face is turned to the left, a stern and confident gaze that captures the strength of the first U.S. president. Above his head, we see the word liberty, and just below his chin, the national motto, "I in God we trust." If you flip it over to the reverse side, you'll see the majestic American bald eagle, wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath, a strong symbol of peace through strength. The top reads United States of America, and beneath the eagle, the denomination proudly reads quarter dollar. Here's the magic year, 1967. What makes this particular year so unique? Let's break it down. In the mid-1960s, America was experiencing a coin shortage. People were hoarding silver coins because the price of silver was going up. To stop this trend and save money, the U.S. Mint decided to stop putting silver in quarters after 1964. By 1967, the quarter was being struck in a clad composition, meaning it's made from layers of copper and nickel, not silver. So on the surface, the 1967 quarter shouldn't be that rare or valuable, right? In 1965, 1966, and 1967, the Mint took some unusual steps to discourage coin collecting. One of those was the elimination of mint marks. That's right, no D for Denver, no S for San Francisco. So if you have a 1967 quarter, you won't see a mint mark. This can make it harder to trace where a coin came from, but it also opened the door for some very rare errors and varieties, and that's where the real money is. Some 1967 quarters have been discovered with double die errors. That means the coin was struck twice by the die, leading to a visible doubling in the letters or numbers. For example, look closely at the word liberty or the date 1967. If the letters look doubled or distorted, you might be looking at a valuable collectible. There are also off-center strikes, where the coin wasn't properly aligned during minting. If the design is clearly shifted, collectors love that kind of oddity. And then, the Holy Grail, a 1967 quarter struck on a silver planchet. That's right, due to transition errors. A few rare 1967 quarters might have accidentally been minted using leftover 90% silver blanks from previous years. These are ultra rare and can sell for thousands of dollars if authenticated. Don't believe me? Just look at recent auctions. Some error coins from 1967 have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, depending on condition, rarity, and uniqueness. As of right now, a regular circulated 1967 quarter in average condition is worth about $0.58521119, which is just a little more than face value, mainly due to its copper-nickel content. But that's not the whole story. If your coin is in mint state condition, meaning no wear, sharp detail, and shiny luster, the value can jump significantly. In fact, MS 65 graded 1967 quarters have sold for up to $25 to $100 or more, especially if they've been graded by top agencies like PCGS or NGC. And remember those error coins we mentioned earlier? They can range from $50 to over $5,000, depending on the rarity and type of error. Step 1. Check your change. That jar of quarters in your kitchen drawer or piggy bank might be hiding a treasure. Step 2. Look for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or strange colors and weights that could hint at a silver planchet error. And Step 3. If you think you've found something special, consider having it graded or appraised. A small investment could lead to a major payday. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare, high-quality examples of this coin, especially ones with errors, pristine surfaces, or historical quirks. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just getting started, the 1967 quarter offers a thrilling opportunity to explore American history and maybe even cash in. So there you have it, the humble 1967 quarter. A coin born from a time of economic change, layered with mystery, and brimming with potential value. Whether it's worth 58 cents or $5,000, one thing's for sure, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting and rare finds, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on future videos where we uncover hidden gems from history. Got a cool coin you want us to talk about next? Drop it in the comments below. Where today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic coins in American pockets, the 1977 United States quarter dollar. But this isn't just pocket change. Believe it or not, some of these 1977 quarters are actually worth a whole lot more than just 25 cents. How much more? Try hundreds or even thousands of dollars in certain cases. That's right. Today we're talking about the real hidden gems that might be sitting unnoticed in your change jar right now. You won't want to miss this. Stick around till the end, because we're also revealing the current market value and what makes these coins so incredibly special. The 1977 quarter, officially called the Washington quarter, was part of a long-running series minted from 1932 all the way up to 1998 before getting a big design update in the 2000s. The obverse side, which features the iconic bust of George Washington, was originally sculpted by John Flanagan, a highly respected artist and engraver. This design remained largely unchanged for decades, and it's one of the most familiar faces in American coinage. But what makes the 1977 version of this coin unique? Why are collectors paying big bucks for something that most people just toss in a parking meter? The year was 1977. America was going through major changes. It was the post-Vietnam era. Jimmy Carter had just taken office. Star Wars had just premiered in theaters. Disco was on fire. And amid all of that, millions of these quarter coins were being struck at the United States mint facilities, primarily in Philadelphia and Denver. There was no mint mark on the Philadelphia quarters, while those from Denver were marked with a small D just next to Washington's ponytail. In total, over 468 million quarters were minted that year across both facilities. That's a huge number, which might make you think they're all common and worthless. But not so fast, because here's where things get really interesting. Out of those hundreds of millions, there are a handful of rare varieties, mint errors, and high-grade coins that are incredibly valuable today. And when I say valuable, I mean some of these quarters have sold at auctions for hundreds, and in a few cases, over $1,000. All depending on the condition and rarity of the coin. One of the most sought-after variations is the 1977 quarter with a mint error. These can include off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, broad strikes, and even coins that were accidentally struck on the wrong metal planchet, for example, on a nickel or foreign coin blank. These kinds of mistakes are extremely rare but highly collectible. If you're lucky enough to find one of these error coins, hold on tight, because that could be a golden ticket, or should I say, a silver one. Hidden in plain sight. Let's break down some of the most valuable examples. A 1977 quarter struck on a nickel planchet, that's 5 cents worth of metal with a 25-cent design, sold for over $800 at auction. That's more than 3,000 times its face value. A high-grade MS-67 quarter, that's mint state 67, meaning near-perfect condition with sharp detail and zero visible wear, fetched over $2,000 at a collector's auction. Yes, $2,000 for one coin. Double die obverse errors, where the lettering or image is slightly doubled due to a die misalignment, can also bring in serious money, especially if the doubling is clear and dramatic. And here's the kicker. Most people who have these coins don't even realize it.so. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1977 quarter is worth more than 25 cents? Condition. Coins in uncirculated or near mint condition are significantly more valuable than worn. Everyday coins. Look for sharp edges, full luster, and no scratches or dents. Mint errors. Use a magnifier and examine your coin carefully. Check for doubling, cracks, missing details, or off-center strikes. Grading. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. If it's graded at MS-66 or above, its value could increase dramatically. Metal composition. All quarters from 1977 were made from copper-nickel clad, not silver. But rare off-metal strikes on silver or other blanks do exist, and they are worth a fortune. As of now, a standard 1977 quarter in circulated condition is still worth just 25 cents. But a coin in pristine condition can sell for anywhere from $5 to $35 on the open market. That jumps into the hundreds if it's in mint state, especially MS66 or higher. But the big surprise is this, based on coin collector interest and auction data. The top-end estimated market value right now sits at $585.2119 for a rare error or ultra-high-grade coin. Yes, that's not a typo. Over $500 for a single quarter.so. The next time you're going through your change, don't just toss it aside. That ordinary-looking 1977 quarter could actually be a hidden treasure. Look closely. Do your homework. Because in the world of coin collecting, knowledge is power, and sometimes that knowledge pays off big time. Whether you're a long-time numismatist or someone just getting started, the 1977 quarter is a fantastic coin to keep an eye on. Its combination of historic value, potential mint errors, and growing collector interest makes it a must-have, or at least a must-check, for anyone who enjoys the thrill of the hunt. Thanks for joining me on this coin journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a hidden treasure. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're going to check your quarters after this video. Who knows? You just might be sitting on a fortune. Until next time, keep your eyes on your change and keep the treasure hunt alive. Today, we're diving deep into the world of numismatics to uncover the secrets, the history, and the real value behind a coin that might just be hiding in your pocket or collection right now. That's right. We're talking about the 1991 United States quarter dollar. Whether you're a coin collector, a history buff, or just curious if that old quarter you found could pay your next phone bill, stick around. Because you're going to be blown away by what you learned today. Let's roll back the clock to the year 1991. The United States was shifting through an era of cultural change, economic growth, and technological innovation. And while we were jamming out to Nirvana, watching Terminator 2, or getting excited about the first-ever website going live, the U.S. Mint was producing millions, yes, millions of quarter dollars. The 1991 quarter is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began way back in 1932. These coins feature the profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States, on the obverse side, with the word Liberty prominently displayed above his head and the date 1991 at the bottom. The reverse side showcases a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, perched on a bundle of arrows, surrounded by olive branches, symbols of war and peace. And, of course, the iconic inscriptions, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar. This design stayed in circulation until 1998 before the state quarters took over in 1999, making these older designs even more interesting and valuable to collectors today. Now, not all quarters are created equal. The 1991 quarter was struck at 3 major mint facilities: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; San Francisco, marked with an S. Philadelphia minted around 571 million quarters that year. Denver wasn't far behind, producing about 630 million. But here's where things get intriguing. San Francisco produced proof coins with a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details, aimed specifically at collectors. They minted 2.8 million proof quarters, and many of them are still in pristine condition today. Now for the part you've all been waiting for. What is your 1991 quarter worth today? Well, let's get this straight. The face value is just 25 cents. But that's just the start. Depending on condition, rarity, mint mark, and special features or errors, that value can skyrocket. Circulated 1991 quarters from Philadelphia or Denver typically go for between 30 cents to $1, especially if they're in decent condition. But uncirculated or mint state coins can jump to $10, $20, or even $30, depending on grading. And those proof coins from San Francisco? If you have a pristine, deep cameo proof coin graded PR69 or PR70, you're looking at $10 to $50, sometimes even higher, especially if it's a cameo contrast version with bright, frosted details. But the real treasure lies in the error coins. Hold on tight because some of these are insane. Some 1991 quarters were struck with minting errors, and these are where the real money is. Off-center strikes. These occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. A 10 to 20% off-center strike could fetch anywhere from $50 to $200 or more. Double die errors. You'll see doubling of letters or numbers, especially on the word Liberty or the date. These coins are hot among collectors, with some valued at hundreds of dollars depending on clarity and condition. Clipped planchets. This error results when a coin is missing part of its edge. Depending on the size and visibility of the clip, these can sell for $75 to $300. Wrong planchet errors. A 1991 quarter mistakenly struck on a nickel or penny planchet. That's a rare unicorn worth hundreds to even thousands, so always look closely. The tiniest detail could turn your pocket change into a collector's dream. As of today's market tracking, the current melt value of a clad 1991 quarter is roughly $0.05852119. Yep, that's just over 5 cents in raw metal content. But remember, collector value is where the gold really lies. High-grade 1991 quarters, especially with errors or proof finishes, are fetching impressive prices on auction sites like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC and MS67 or higher are rare, and collectors will pay top dollar to own a flawless version. Some have sold for over $500, depending on demand and scarcity, and here's the twist: values are going up. As more people get into coin collecting and realize the historical value of these seemingly ordinary coins, the demand increases. What you have today could be worth twice as much in 5 or 10 years. Now you might be wondering, should you sell your 1991 quarter if it's valuable? If you need quick cash, there's no harm in listing it with clear photos and good descriptions. But if you're in no rush, holding on to a mint condition or rare error coin could be a very smart long-term investment. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a journey into the past, a peek into American history, and sometimes a path to unexpected riches. That quarter jingling in your pocket might just be part of a historical treasure. So what do you think? Do you have a 1991 quarter in your collection? Found one in change recently? Let me know in the comments below, especially if you've got one with an error or in mint condition. And hey, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any future coin videos. We're always hunting for the rare, the valuable, and the totally unexpected. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, every coin has a story. Will yours be worth a fortune?